This car had for driving mirrors, even had a multifunctional socket to charge their phone battery. Once it was taken out, it was impossible to put it back to where it was. About the remote control, nobody knew what the buttons were for. When he rented it, the owner said the doors could avoid their hands being stuck, but his wife didn't believe it, constantly pushed the door to his arms. Actually, the induction was not active. He asked his wife to do it one more time, but still, it didn't work. The family was about to go for a vacation today. The battery fell out of the car on the way. They saw a truck on the road. He wanted to test the wireless radio of the car, and told his son to say something on it. "I've heard that the truck driver is a piece of shit." The wife was frightened. What a naughty boy. They drove past Lisa old school. He just only knew that his wife was really well known at the school when she was young. She left an immortal reputation in this school. Even party clubs, drinking competitions were also initiated by her. To prove that she was not old, she was about to show her kids. She drank the whole glass of beer, and said, "This is nothing to me." She immediately threw up after a second but still tried to stand up confidently. "I'm not drunk yet." She fell off after a few steps, so he brought his drunk wife to the car and kept going. They didn't know that the truck that was insulted driving behind. He was trying to drive as fast as possible. The wife pressed the rabbit button on the remote. The rear bumper immediately fell down. She couldn't understand what function this rabbit button had. Then she pressed a rocket button. The steering wheel started rotating. She helped her husband to hold it for a bit. Then he came up with an idea when he was back. Rotate the steering wheel to the left, accelerate and brake at the same time. This action made the car roll on the road for a few rounds. The truck was about to crash their car, but luckily he stopped in the end. The husband jumped at the chance to crash the road sign, and ran away. They had to drive on an alleyway to go to their destination. Then they saw a small lake which looked like a hot spring. But that was not the hot spring. But that was a sewage disposal lake. But all of them thought it was a hot spring. The wife picked up a hand of soil, and said this was mineral. Her son immediately put that on his nose and smelled it. It was actually different. Lisa put the soil all over her face, and they started taking a bath here. Lisa even licked the soil, and her husband drank the water there, until their son picked up a bunch of tissue. They got disgusted and left the lake. This was not a hot spring. When they ran to their car, there was a thief. Now because of the hot spring, they lost all their clothes. Fortunately, there was a kind man giving them clothes for free. Finally, they got to the first destination, but the tour guide's girlfriend just broke up with him. He directly threw his phone into the water. He was so upset, but the couple in front of him was just showing love to each other. The birds even had their own partner. He looked at the water flow, sailed along a part that he has never been through. They were unable to balance themselves in such torrents. They all jumped out of the cliffs when they were close, but the tour guide just followed it. They were tired. Their oldest son didn't want to keep going. He wanted to go home. The wife didn't want to go either, but her husband persistently went to a theme park. The car ran out of gas in the middle of a desert. He took out his remote control. The wanted to press the buttons again. The first button exploded the glasses. The cake button made the car automatically started. They were about to get on, but the car just drove away. He quickly pressed one more time. The car exploded immediately. Alright, they were stuck here. Everybody was exhausted and disappointed, blaming the man. He got mad and kicked the bush on the ground, but there was a big rock hidden in the bush. He kept kicking another one. It was a sprinkler. There was a truck coming to them. Oh no, the husband started running away. But how could he be faster than a truck? The driver opened the door, got off with an angry face. He didn't say a word, put his hand on his chest, and took out a ring that his wife forgot at the petrol station. He was chasing them just because he wanted to give the ring back. They all got a ride from this kind driver and came to the last spot of this trip. They went to a dream amusement park, but they had to queue here. It was extremely crowded here. They have been waiting for 4 hours before it was their turn. At that time, a strange man stopped them. He took out a silver card. This card allowed him to take one's place in a queue. They waited for 4 hours but got nothing. He found the man with the silver card to discuss. He said he has been driving 2,500 kilometers just to take his kids out for a vacation. But the man recognized him. It turned out that they both had a problem with each other a few days ago. He said the husband was being a bad man to him. The protagonist punched him in the face. They both started fighting. The battle between two families officially commenced. The oldest son's fist specialized in punching in the belly. The second son's saliva was for spouting in the face. The husband needed to protect his face. The oldest son's nails could also scratch other people, but he got kicked by the girl. The mom's fist was also really strong. Finally, the protagonist's family won. They all could get on the roller coaster. Their faces were full of happiness. The roller coaster made them too excited that they screamed so loud on it. That has created a cozy feeling for the family. But the roller coaster got stuck in the middle of the way. 4 of them got hung upside down in the middle of nowhere. Lisa's hair looked beautiful in a weird way. Then they had been hung until night. Eventually, they could go down thanks to the support. They would never be able to forget this unforgettable vacation. Although everything didn't happen based on what they'd planned, their love for each other has considerably increased. Having relaxation time together was the most effective way to connect everybody in a family. This is the end of the video. If you like this movie, don't forget to press the like button and follow us. Thanks for watching.